Hello, my name is Michael and today I'm going to talk about our background of study. The COVID-19 pandemic has significantly impacted the economy, society, and politics globally. Economically, the pandemic has disrupted business cycles, with spending and employment falling in tandem during the initial stage of the crisis. The pandemic has also led to the shutdown of enterprises and factories, causing a gap in production capacity and severely impacted the global production system. The uncertainty brought by the pandemic has also led to significant losses in the global macroeconomy and has negatively impacted stock returns. Socially, the pandemic has led to significant changes in people's life and work, with many businesses and schools shifting to remote operations. This has had implications for mental health, social inequality, and other aspects of society. The COVID-19 pandemic has had severe impact on the economy, leading to job losses and a decrease in income level. It has affected all segments of the population, particularly those in vulnerable social groups, including people living in poverty, older persons, people with disabilities, and youth. The pandemic has exacerbated existing inequalities and create new ones, exposing critical societal needs and strengths. Politically, the pandemic has tested the crisis management capability of government worldwide. The effectiveness of different countries' different responses to the pandemic has had political implications, influencing public trust in government and potentially impacting future elections.
We have 5 objectives for our study. First, to identify any preventive measure to reduce the risk of contagion of COVID-19. Second, to identify how COVID-19 affect your job or source of income. Thirdly, to find out how well students know about COVID-19 and its symptoms. Fourthly, to identify how satisfied students are with the healthcare service provided during the COVID-19 outbreak. And last one, to find out on a scale of 1 to 10, how someone would rate their level of stress or anxiety during the pandemic.
Descriptions of data. For the descriptions of data, population is all students of UiTM Sabah. The sample is 34 students of UiTM Sabah. Sampling technique that we use is simple random sampling technique. The collection method is questionnaire through on Google Form. Let's move to next question, which is gender. The respondent of female is 24 students, while male is 10 students, and the total of students is 34. So, the majority of students is female, more than male students.
So next is faculty. We have 5 faculty in UiTM Sabah. From the chart, the higher number of students are from Faculty of Business Management with 17 students and 15%. The second higher from Faculty Entrepreneurship with 5 students and 14.7%. Faculty Hotel Management is the third higher with 5 students and 14.7%. Faculty Public Administration with 4 students and 11.8%, while Faculty Accountancy with 3 students and 8.8%. Next, student measure for prevention of COVID-19 use. The chart that show 62.7% is the higher, which is 20 student responses who are consistently measure of prevention of COVID-19 use. The last chart show 8.8% is the low response, which only 4 students who are rarely measure for prevention of COVID-19 use. Next, Impact of COVID-19 on student employment and income assessment of students. The bar charts show that student no impact is more higher with 42.4% chart. And for the student negatively is medium, which is 30.3% chart. And the lower is student positively, which is 27.3%.
Here I will explain about understanding student knowledge of COVID-19 and its symptoms. As you guys can see, 55.9% chart. This chart shows a higher response from students who are very familiar with COVID-19 and its symptoms. At 23.5% chart, this chart shows a medium response from students who are neutral with COVID-19 and its symptoms. At 20.6 chart, this chart shows a low response from students who are somewhat familiar with COVID-19 and its symptoms. As you guys can see, this is a chart by and graph stress and anxiety levels in the middle of the pandemic. Okay, as you guys can see, at turquoise color, which is number 1, is 12.2%. In the middle of blue and turquoise color, which is number 2, have 0%. And the blue color, which is number 3, have 12.2%. At the middle of blue and purple color, which is number 4, have 0%. At the purple color, which is number 5, have 15.2%. At the magenta color, which is number 6, have 18.1%. At the red color, which is number 7, have 18.1%. At the orange color, which is number 8, have 15.2%. At the yellow color, which is number 9, have 9.1%. As you guys can see, stress and anxiety levels in the middle of the pandemic. The bar chart shows rating students about their stress and anxiety from the scale 1 to 10. The most higher is 6 and 7, which are both have the same percentage, 17.6%. The most lower percentage is rating level 10, which is only one student who are not stressed and anxiety during the pandemic. There are a lot of students who is stressed and anxiety during COVID-19. Okay, here is student satisfaction with healthcare services amidst the COVID-19 pandemic. Okay, as you guys can see, chart 60%, which is neutral, and 27.3%, which is satisfied, and chart 12.7%, which is dissatisfied. The conclusion is point number 1, student impact. The pandemic has proudly affected health, study, and daily life of students, straining healthcare systems and triggering during student in study. Point number 2, vaccination effort. Vaccination effort campaigns play a crucial role in the mitigating the impact of the virus, aiming to achieve herd immunity and limit severe illness through adaptation to emerging variants remains crucial. As a student, they must have vaccination for strengthen their immune. And KKM has made laws to all people that vaccination are mandatory and must to take it. Point number 3, information and adaptation. Staying informed about the latest developments, following guidelines, and actively participating in vaccination effort are key components for navigating the ongoing challenge posed by COVID-19.